In the land of Eldoria, two mighty kingdoms stood as eternal rivals, Dravania in the east and Velander in the west. For decades, their kings, King Aldric of Dravania and King Darius of Velander, had been at odds, each seeking dominion over the other. Their ancestors had fought countless wars, yet neither kingdom had ever fully subdued the other. But this time, war was inevitable. A disputed land, the Vale of Rithmer, lay between them, rich in fertile fields and gold mines. A messenger from Velander arrived at Aldric's court, carrying an ultimatum. Surrender Rithmer to Velander, or prepare for war. Aldric, a hardened warrior, crushed the parchment in his fist and turned to his council. If Darius wants Rithmer, he will have to take it by force. And so, the war drum sounded. Both kingdoms began preparations. Dravania had a mighty cavalry, known as the Storm Riders, feared across the lands. Velander, on the other hand, had the Iron Legion, an elite force of disciplined infantry wielding heavy shields and spears. Aldric's spies reported that Darius was moving his forces toward Rithmer. Without wasting time, Aldric led 20,000 knights and foot soldiers to intercept them. At dawn, the two armies met in the vast plains of Rithmer. The sky was dark with storm clouds, and the winds carried the scent of steel and blood. King Aldric, clad in black armor, raised his sword. For Dravania, he roared. His army echoed his cry. On the opposite side, King Darius, with a crimson cape flowing behind him, banged his sword against his shield. For Velander, the battle began. The first charge was deafening. Dravania's cavalry thundered forward, their lances aimed at Velander's shield wall. But the Iron Legion held firm, their spears piercing through the horses. Aldric himself led his vanguard, cutting through the enemy ranks with brutal efficiency. But Darius, a master tactician, had prepared a trap. Hidden archers emerged from the hills, raining arrows down upon the Dravanian forces. Aldric's men began to falter. Sensing the shift, Darius led a counterattack, his warriors pushing forward like an unstoppable tide. Just as it seemed Dravania would be overwhelmed, Aldric's trumpets blared. A second wave of reinforcements, his elite warriors, stormed into the battlefield from the flanks. The tides of war shifted once more. The battle raged from dawn till dusk. Thousands lay dead. By nightfall, both armies retreated to their camps, neither side victorious, both licking their wounds. War was not only fought with swords. Aldric's advisors suggested a daring plan: assassinate King Darius. A skilled assassin, Sereth the Shadow, was sent under the cover of darkness into the Velandorian camp. Sereth slipped past the guards, creeping into Darius's tent, dagger poised. But just as he was about to strike, Darius's general, Commander Lucian, caught him. The assassin was captured, his mission failed. Darius, furious, executed Sereth at dawn and sent his head back to Aldric as a grim message. If you want me dead, you will have to do it on the battlefield. Enraged, Aldric prepared for the final confrontation. The final battle was set at the Valley of Ether, where legend said only one king could leave victorious. Aldric and Darius both led their entire remaining forces, 30,000 men on each side. The battle was unlike any before. Catapults hurled flaming stones, turning the battlefield into an inferno. Siege towers rolled forward, carrying warriors eager to break enemy lines. War elephants, brought by Velander, crashed through the ranks.